Upon being requested at the scene by one of my officers, I will advise dispatch to put me en route and give an estimated time of arrival at the scene for myself. I will call the officer directly on my cell phone. If that's not possible, I will attempt to contact him via a secure radio channel and attempt to get as much preliminary information on the situation as possible. First and foremost, I'll be looking at what is the exact reason as to why I am being requested out there? Is it a use of force incident? Is it a verbal argument, or is the citizen just demanding to see a supervisor? They'll give me a little bit more information leading up to the event, and I'll be prepared to talk to the store owner directly upon my arrival. Additionally, when speaking with the store owner, I will maintain a patient and understanding, calm tone, obtaining as much information from him as possible. I will express my empathy with his frustration. As a private business owner, I can imagine that it is extremely frustrating to have homeless people or trespassers of any nature outside of your place of business bothering customers as they are attempting to get items and you're attempted to run a good business. I'll see what times of day he's seeing the most homeless people traffic. Is it people sleeping outside of a store, or are they just coming during the day in order to try to get money from customers or something like that? I will inquire as to whether or not he has warned some of these homeless people or instructed them to leave his property, particularly if they're not buying anything, that kind of thing. I'll again try to see exactly where they are. Are they just in his parking lot? Are they up on the sidewalk? Or are they actually coming into the store and hanging out, bothering customers? I'll inquire as to whether or not he has filed an affidavit with the City of Houston, a trespass affidavit. That could go a long way in enforcing any sort of trespass violations via the criminal enforcement manner if that becomes necessary. I will look myself as to whether or not there are any no trespassing or no loitering signs in front of the store. If I do not see any of those signs, I'll advise the store owner that it is a tremendous idea to get those signs up. It will go a long way in enforcing any ongoing issues. I'll also contact our homeless outreach team and see if I can make contact with a supervisor out there, get either that supervisor and a couple of other officers out there to see if we can't make contact with some of these homeless people, if in fact they are homeless individuals, and see if we can't get them housing, treatment if that's necessary, or aid. Our homeless outreach team does a great job of assisting the homeless with getting off the street, and that could be a tremendous way to solve this problem entirely and permanently. I will also, in the meantime, increase marked units in the area just to make sure that the store owner feels that we are, or knows that we are responding adequately and effectively to his issue. These marked units will be instructed to make contact with the store owner in an ongoing fashion over the next several weeks, making sure that we're addressing any issues he might have. I'll also issue alert slips and address roll calls, making it known that this store owner in particular is having an increased issue with trespassers, loiterers, homeless individuals that he believes are bothering his customers, and we need to be stepping up presence over there in the time period. I also try to look at video surveillance from the store to see if I can see any evidence of these homeless people coming up to the citizens as they're in and out of the store or in the parking lot. I'll see if there's a history of this, any prior reports or ongoing calls for service. I'll notify my lieutenant of all the actions that I take and document everything in my daily journal for future use as we work to solve this problem.